longer, but it's going to be wet.
Yes.
It does put a lot of pressure to get that one lap right, especially if you're thinking as well in terms of it can be very, very difficult to judge.
Absolutely. Well, here we go then. Here's Q3.
All right, looking at this list of 10, where's your money?
Also, Flecky looking flare in his hoodie. Loving that. Looking flare. Here we go then. Leroy looks like he's coming straight out, having to wait whilst an Alfa Romeo gets ahead of him.
So this top 10 we've got, Foxy. Where's your money?
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, this is gonna be a very, very tough one to decide. I think Leroy has always been a good driver in the wet, so I think he is a safe bet. However, I've been impressed with Seamus. Yep. Seamus, I think I'm hoping Seamus can push just a little bit more, and potentially throw his name into the hat. Blocky, who knows. Let's not discount Mello. He seems to have some good pace as well. At the minute, though, it looks like Flecky has wet tyres fitted.
He has, which is an interesting call, because usually...
Is that a bold strategy?
I think it's got to be a bit of a gamble, right? Usually, if there's still a discernible dry line, it's inters every day of the week.
As it stands, it looks like an intermediate condition.
It does. Yeah, it does. This is classic inter conditions for me.
We're gonna ride with Mello. It's busy out there. All cars are on their outlap at the minute. They are obviously just backing up a little bit just before the banking, so they have enough space to set a decent lap. So Mello in the Haas then. Oh, Mello's crashed! Oh, we were on board with Mello coming round the banking. The rear of the car spins round. Absolutely jackknifes it into the barrier. Oh my goodness me. Was not expecting that. That is a very, very dramatic start to Q3. There is carbon fibre everywhere.
Oh, Flecky as well.
Flecky as well, pushing it on the wets. We weren't on board with Flecky. Oh my goodness me. So, 2 cars just pushing the limits a little bit too much. My goodness. We're going to have a look at Mello's teammate Seamus then, catching up with Callum in the McLaren a little bit, but I think there should be enough space for them both to set a reasonable lap. Oh my goodness me!
Flecky, I would guess that there's not enough heat in those wets.
Yeah, maybe.
It was that right flick before the first banked hairpin, like midway through sector 1. I think it's turn 3 flick into turn 4.
Little bit too many revs. Vader sets the first time a 120.7. Leroy goes quicker, 20.4.
It's nice to see Vader's a lot closer than he was last week.
That's good from Vader. That's a good time. I think there's a bit more there. Seamus, a 121.0. Maybe a bit more blocky. Oh my goodness me. Look at that gap there. 33 hundredths of a second between Blocky and Leroy. Oh, Ryan Wootton!
God, 20.2 from Ryan.
Ryan Wootton. I think I just saw Callum as well. I think in getting out of the way, I think he may have clipped his front wing. Wow, Ryan Wootton out of nowhere, who we've not ridden on board with much today, has just set an unbelievable time. A 120.222, ladies and gents. Woo! That's Sinister, a belter.
Last one to set a time. That's 21.2 from Sinister. That's nice and steady.
That's very, very interesting. So about a second between first to last at the minute. There's not much in it. Sorry, not first to last. First to sixth. That's not bad. I'm expecting a little bit more from Vader. I think Vader can certainly find a couple tenths. It looks like he's on for 2 laps. Maybe he's going back to back. Leroy
19.9. He did the double.
He went for the double. There's no harm in doing that. I think maybe a little bit Slightly lower fuel, just making the car a bit easier. Blocky pits, Seamus pits. We're riding on board with Vader at the minute. Doesn't look like he's on a fast lap. Short shifting. Ryan pits.
I mean, Sinister has gone purple in sector 2, but he had a big issue on early in the first sector, so he's well down on his time. I'd be very surprised if he sets this lap. I'm expecting to see him pit in.
Well, I think it's a case they're going to know that it's probably going to be a dry race, so I'm expecting they will look to use up the fresh intermediates that they have.
At this point they're free tyres. You can literally burn every single one of them.
Exactly. Mello, not good in the wet, but we all said not to practice earlier. Yeah, about that. So, chaps, maybe you can tell us what the weather is looking like for the race. Is it a wet race? Is it a dry race? Let us know in the chat. But it is still going to be a dry race at least. So looks like all cars are filing into the pit lane as well. I saw that hydrate reminder. Don't worry about that. I will be grabbing some refreshment in between.
So here's our chance then.
And the race.
Seamus, first one out on the road, coming for the second run.
Is it? He is. He's out on his outlap, as is Agent as well. So they're certainly going to have the track to themselves. Callum, interestingly, on wets as well. He's not set a lap yet.
He has. He set a 22.
Yes, he has indeed.
He's obviously gone for the wets. He's just not feeling it on the inters. I'd imagine he's probably looking for a little bit more confidence on the tyres.
It's very interesting there. I just saw Seamus.
Flecky is shown. If you don't get the heat in, they're going to be detrimental.
I don't think wets are actually too far away. It's very interesting. Just where the tyres are moving out of that drying line. It's there's a lot of oversteer.
This could be a very inspired decision from Callum.
It could be. You're seeing Seamus just struggling with the rear of the car a little bit, working the wheel like I don't know what. We're going to ride on board with him. The TV pod. Oh no! He's hit the wall. Seamus, we were on board with him, has hit the wall coming out of the final banking corner.
To do it. Right.
He's dived into the pits with 4 minutes to go. Should have enough time to get that fixed and back out. We will switch instead.
So the only car on the lap at the moment is Agent. Let's have a look at how Agent is going.
We'll ride on board with Agent up through the gears.
Tricky right flick in the wet. That's nice. Doesn't use too much of the curbs.
Using the gears.
Nice line through the bank.
A little short shift there.
Oh, brave. Use that curb.
Very brave using the curbs on the wet. It's not bad. Not bad. Quite heavy with his steering inputs though.
Nice, using the downshift to then do the braking for him in that corner.
Oh, a little bit wide there. I think he just dipped a wheel into the grass and the gravel. Using the gears nicely to turn the car in. Oh, great save. That's a great save. He's managed to carry on the lap. Brave hitting that inside curb.
Usually that curb is straight out of Hungary's, but that will send you around quicker than anything.
Oh, isn't it just? Slows the car down nicely for here. Little short shift's always good. Braves it out, keeps it in second. Here we go then, round the banking. I'd get in as high a gear as possible. Yeah, very careful on the accelerator. Not bad. Very, very nice through that final banking. Doesn't improve though.
Quicker.
Doesn't go any quicker. Maybe that little, those few wobbles are just causing enough issues.
Seamus is coming out on a fresh set of wets.
Indeed, maybe.
He's convinced that the
wet tyres.
You've got a McLaren facing the wrong way. That's Callum.
Are wet tyres going to be an inspired choice? We're on board with Ryan at the moment. Currently sitting P2, set a fantastic time of a 120.222. He was on pole for a good while until Leroy on a second run is the first car in Q3 to drop into the 119s.
Ooh,
certainly setting the gauntlet.
Agent's facing the wrong way.
Oh dear. Ryan manages to just about avoid it. May have inhibited his lap slightly, but certainly not in a bad way. But maybe just had to yield a little bit.
It's in the right part of the track as well. Naturally, you're swinging to the
Very
right
true.
anyway, just to open up the corner.
Having
We've got a
some work.
Haas.
He's working the
the wrong way in the
wheel
pit straight.
so
Seamus is having a
much.
torrid time at the moment.
So maybe
Another front wing
wet
gone.
tyres. Maybe wet tyres are not the way to go. Looks like a bit of pressure maybe for Seamus. Knows
Does
that
a
he can
little
go
bit,
a bit quicker, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're still looking for that kind of dryish line to disappear for wets to be totally viable.
Blocky puts in a great time, a 120.012. That is unbelievable. 0.022. That is unbelievably close. Unbelievably close.
Now it's been brought to our attention that everyone we've rode on board with at the moment has crashed. So I'm,
Yes.
I'm very, very reluctant to start changing stuff around.
We're quite conscious of it. Well, we are, at the minute, we're on board with Blocky, who seems to be the closest challenger to Leroy's sub 120 time. Oh, big wobble! Oh my goodness me. I think he was planning on going into the pits anyway. Blocky will not be able to get out in time for another lap, so that will be his qualifying. Seamus has retired as well. That could well be a crash. Or maybe a simple,
It's not a crash.
simple retirement.
He's in the pits. He's obviously decided that he's not going to get quicker and get out.
Fair enough.
So who is still in terms of on a lap then? So we've got one of the Alfa Romeos.
I am
well, both Alphas are out there actually.
At the moment looking at Sinister. A great showing for both the Alfa Romeos and the Mercs. Picking up places second, third, fourth and fifth at the minute.
Second week running.
Leroy just knocks it out of the park. Look at that. Finds even more time. I think, ladies and gents, that is the final nail in the coffin. That is going to be a tough act to follow there. Absolutely. That is going to be tough for people to find that amount of time.
Nice to see, though. I say both Mercs, both Alphas in the top 10 for the second week running. Nice that they've been joined by Haas this week as well.
Absolutely.
Both the Haases in P3.
Amazing to see. Yeah, Agent doing very, very well. Callum as well, first appearance up into Q3. But I think, ladies and gents, we've got our pole sitter. It is a case of maybe a little inter-team battle here between Ryan and Vader. Can Vader go any quicker? It looks like he's going slowly. I don't think he is going to be setting any more times. Same with Ryan. I think everybody is on a cool down lap. Wow, what a session. What a session.
Certainly not predictable. There might be a few drivers kicking
wow.
in terms of tyre choices or just individual mistakes.
In all of our discussions, you know, the difference in drivers and the chance for differences in the running order has been the talk of the day. We didn't factor in the weather. We just didn't factor in the weather and how much of a difference that has made. That is looking like your top 10, ladies and gents. Wow. Wow. That is a stunning lap from Leroy. There we have it. The end of Q3. Wow. GG to everybody involved.